What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a semester recap video. Grades just dropped tonight, so I thought I would give you guys a little recap of how my semester went. I look so weird right now because I don't have on lashes, but I felt in the mood to film, so I hurried up and I put on some makeup, and so I'm filming for you guys. So yeah, we're gonna talk about how my semester went. So if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Kayla. I am a forensic psychology major with a double minor in neuroscience and gerontology. So this past semester I technically had 7 classes. So just an overall, I finished the semester with a 3.6, 5 A's and 2 B's. So I am on the dean's list this semester. I am super excited. I worked my butt off this semester. I cannot tell you how many nights I stayed up all night studying, doing homework. It was a mess. I also stopped working this past semester, which probably has a lot to do with why my grades were so high. I wasn't working at all because when I was working a lot. I was burning myself out. I didn't have the energy to do my work. So this semester I was not working at all, other than really babysitting my friend's son, but I would do my work at her house. So I mean, I guess I was still getting work done. So yeah, I ended the semester with a 3.6. Like I said, I'm on the dean's list this semester. I am super excited. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am. Like I said, this semester was rough. I was absent on YouTube for a very long time. I was very inconsistent because this semester kicked my butt. So I'm going to tell you guys the classes that I was taking this semester. I was taking Psychology of Aging, Adolescent Development. I had my research lab, and then I had individual readings, which if you guys watched some of my vlogs, I was doing annotated bibliographies. So basically I was I was reading articles that was pertaining to what I'm researching, and I would annotate them pretty much. So that was considered a class. It was worth 1 credit. I had to pay for it. And then I was also taking an English class, human diseases, and a gerontology, an introduction to gerontology class. So those were the classes that I was taking this semester. The classes that I got B's in were my introduction to gerontology class, simply because he took points for attendance and I missed 3 classes, so I missed out on those points. And then my human diseases class, which was so hard. I guess I'll talk about that class first. Human diseases is for my gerontology minor, and basically the way my professor explained why I should take the class was because I'm going into clinical psychology, and I'm going to have patients who have who may have these different types of diseases, and it would be helpful if I had an idea of what they were going through when they come in. So I don't have to go and Google what lupus is. I have an idea already of what lupus is and kind of have an idea of what they're going through. So that's kind of how he explained the reasoning behind why I should take that class. It was a very hard class. It was very, 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 very hard. I was not expecting it to be that hard. I mean, it is a 400 level class, but that class was extremely hard. And yeah. The next class was English. I absolutely hated that class. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on my channel. I hate gen ed classes. Not just because I feel like they're a ripoff, but because I feel like the professors feel like they have to hold your hand and baby you. I do not need my hand held, and I do not need to be babied. I also hate that class because I felt like it was kind of irrelevant. So I was actually supposed to take that class my freshman year. I've literally been putting this class off for the past 4 years, and it got to the point where when it was time for me to register, they were like, you cannot register for any other class before you register for this English class. If you do not register for this English class as your first class, you will not be able to continue. They were not playing. So I had to take this class, and every paper that we wrote, because he also taught film, had to be based on a film. And it was really annoying because I'm just like, why can't I just write the paper? So one of the papers we had to write was I'm trying to think of what he called it, but it was basically like you picked a controversial topic and you took a stance on that topic, and of course you had to do your research and everything. So it was basically a research paper, but you had to base it off of a film as well. So I did my paper on stem cell research. I picked a side, but I also had to find a film on stem cell research that would kind of add to the paper, because the paper had to include a film. And I just felt like that was so stupid. Like, why can't I just write the paper on stem cell research and pick a stance and give you my research? Why do I have to watch a film and incorporate a film into the paper? Like, it was just so stupid to me. I hated the class, but I got an A in it. I hated it. I complained about it. I'm so happy I'm done with that class, because listen, that class just, it didn't even stress me out because it was hard. It stressed me out because it was stupid. Like, I could not. The next class I want to talk about is my Introduction to Gerontology class. Like I said, I got a B plus actually, just because I missed 3 classes and I missed out on those attendance points. But the information I had previously learned in other gerontology classes, so I kind of went backwards in the process. I kind of took most of my 400 level gerontology classes, and then I kind of took the introduction class, because a lot of them were in different disciplines. Like, there was a sociology of aging, and then like I told you guys, I was taking the psychology of aging. So a lot of them were in different disciplines, so I had already kind of gotten the information. So the class was easy because I knew the information. So I really just got a B plus because I didn't come to class those 3 times. But the class was fairly easy. I disliked the class because the students in that class, it was a 200 level class, and again, they expected the professor to hold their hands and to baby them, and it was just, and the professor that taught that class was my research professor, so I worked with him very closely, and he knew how irritated I was with the class. And I sat in the front, and he could see it on my face that I was over it, because I'm like, this is college. We don't need to be babied. Stop it. He just knew I was irritated, and every day in lab he was like, I know this is not how I normally teach my 400 level classes, because I've had plenty of 400 level classes with him, and that is definitely not how he teaches his 400 level classes. He was like, but this is a 200 level class, and it's cross-listed with other disciplines and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I get that, but this is also college. So yeah, that was just a pain in the butt. But I mean, the information was good information. Of course, the information I'm going to use and I need it, but the class in general was just yeah. The next class is Psychology of Aging. So I love that class. The professor of my Psychology of Aging class and my Adolescent Development class is my research professor's wife. So, and I've had her for prior classes, so I knew how she taught the class. I knew how her exams were. I knew how everything operated, so I was good. I really got some really good information out of that class. I absolutely loved that class. I cannot tell you guys how much I love that class. If you ever have an opportunity to take a gerontology or aging studies class, I definitely recommend it, specifically in the psychology discipline. But if there's one in other disciplines, then take it. It's a learning experience, especially if you're looking to go into psychology. No matter what field of psychology you're interested in going into, you're going to have to work with the older population, because the amount of people in our society that are growing old is crazy. So you're going to have to work with elderly people in your career. So I guarantee you an aging studies or gerontology class is very beneficial. But I absolutely loved my Psychology of Aging class. I really loved it. I wish I could take it over again. I definitely learned a lot of information that I'm going to use in my practice. I definitely learned a lot of information that I needed, of course. I give that class an A+. I got an A in the class. Yeah, I loved it. And my Adolescent Development class, like I said, was taught by the same professor. They were back to back, which was shitty when it came to exam times, because I had my Psychology of Aging exam at 11 o'clock, my Adolescent Development exam at 12 o'clock. So, except for finals week, of course, but during the regular semester, that was like crazy, taking back-to-back exams. My brain was fried by the end of it. And having to study for 2 exams that you had to take back-to-back was really hard. I don't recommend it. But I got A's in both of the classes, so I guess I did pretty good. My Adolescent Development class, again, had a lot of information that I will need. Of course, I'm not just going to be working with adults. I'm also going to be working with children as well. So the information that I got from that class was very important. Although I would rather work with older adults and the aging population. I also know that there are going to be some children that I'm going to work with as well. So it's very good to take classes in all aspects of the development process just so you can get a feel for it, because clinical psychology is just random. You never know who you're gonna get. Anyone can just walk into your office and, you know, want your services, and you would be crazy to decline them because you would prefer not to work with children. So that's how my mindset is with that. I'm not going to not learn about a specific demographic because I would rather not work with them. I'd rather have the knowledge. So if they do decide to come into my office and I do have to work with them, I have the knowledge and the skill set, and I don't need to go out and do all this extra research because I've learned it. So yeah, if you guys cannot tell, I've had a pretty good semester. I didn't really do a lot of research this semester. I found a new research topic. I'm really looking at ageism. So this summer I am taking summer classes. I will be doing more research this summer, and I'm also taking 2 other classes. I don't even remember. One is a geography class, and I don't remember what the third class is. Gen Ed classes. So yeah, but I will be doing more research this summer. I'm doing a lot of research on ageism, and I may or may not be writing an article for a journal to be published. So I may be a published author by the end of the summer. That's a possibility. That's what we're working towards. We'll see what happens. So I'm super excited about that. But this semester has been my best semester of college so far. So I officially have, counting the summer, 3 semesters of my undergraduate career left. I have this summer, and then next fall and next spring, and then I'm graduating. I will be applying to graduate schools in December. Or not December. Yeah, December. November. December. Whatever, both of them. I'm super nervous. I need to take the GRE as well, which I'm super nervous for that. I will be vlogging this summer just because I kind of want to show you guys, like, you know, the day in the life of a forensic psychology student over the summer. I'm not going to be doing anything fancy or important or fun. I do have a few vacations planned for this summer, but those are towards the end of the summer. So summer classes start June 1st. I am not excited. My birthday is on the 24th of May this month. So my birthday is next Thursday. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything for my birthday. I'm going to be 23. I feel old. There's not much to really do. So yeah, I don't know. Hey you guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Also leave any video suggestions down in the comments, and I will try to get those filmed for you. I will see you guys in my next video.